Good evening, folks. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Appreciate the follow there, Dev77777. Welcome to the channel. We'll be out here at the old Burg tonight doing some eel hunting. Now, normally we do the spot right over here for eel hunting, but I got a tip that there's a spot down here that's been fairly active lately. So I'm going to give that shot a go today, and it seems like it's pretty active for burbot as well. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves down there. It's down near the camp. We're fishing with our telly rods using night crawlers and pieces of fish as bait. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, a couple days away now. Got some dung beetles from old Poopy in game. If you're in the stream, appreciate that, Poopy. All right, here we go. So the location that we're going for is right over here. There's some algae. Right, yeah, this spot right here is where I've been, the tip I received said this is a really good spot, so I can't go in front of the camera. Oh, looks like my camera is actually off. Let me fix that real quick here. There we go. All right, so anyone in chat, let me know if the audio is working quickly too. If my camera was off, there's a chance my mic got reset as well. It looks like it's fine on my end, but nothing's coming through. I guess just let me know if you're hearing something come through, and that will positively verify it. I'm checking chat as well. There we go. All right. While we do that, let's go ahead and get all these lines set up while they wait for a response. We're gonna go with size 1 hooks. There we go. Want the nightcrawler and pieces of fish. Somewhere here, there we go. Put all 3 lines up the same. And the last one. Night crawlers and pieces of fish. Alright, so I'm not sure the exact depth of this spot, so I'm going to cast one line out and try to figure that out. I'm going to start with 1.5 meter. See where that puts us. Now it gets a little bit further out. There. It looks like that's probably too deep. Go ahead and pull that back to side 1.25 meter, maybe. Okay, actually, that may be okay. Or that 1.25 meter it is. All 3 lines out. Some a little bit closer to the algae. And the last line out. There we go. Now we wait. So there were some trophies here caught in recent days, so maybe we'll get lucky, but I'll be happy just getting a few marker eels. Tonight's tea is still cooling off. It is a Lady Gray tea. And I've not seen a response yet. I'm hoping my my audio is coming through okay. My everything looks good on my end, but I haven't seen a positive response from anyone yet. As well scoop some bait while we're waiting for a bite. And dung beetle, it's not too bad. Go. And And the sun is setting, so we should hopefully start seeing some action here soon. I wonder if I need to pull these in a little bit closer and put them actually in the algae. Leave them where they're at for now, but if we don't get any bites, I'll try and move them a little bit closer to shore. Anyone else been trying this spot at all? I got the tip from my usual viewers, Demeter. They were out here and they're fishing on bottom, and that's got a trophy plus a assortment of burbot of varying sizes. Ooh, still toasty. All right, so hopefully we should. We'll give it till let's say 1 end game. If I don't get any bites by then, I'll move them a little bit closer to the algae. I'm saying the clip out here, if you're using bottom fishing, the clip that the trophy was caught on that I was sent was at clip 8. With telescopic, you can't really do a clip, so I'm kind of just eyeballing it here. No hits yet. I almost wonder if this is, I'm still a little too shallow. I might actually, let's tinker around and fine tune the depth a little bit as well. We really want to be pretty much sitting on the bottom if we can. So that's touching the bottom. Oh, I'm getting a hit on line 2 there. I'm gonna bring these up to like 1.3, I think. And the last one. Might as well scoop some more bait here while we're waiting. The downside of going for after eel is that the bite rate is usually pretty terrible. You'll get like 1, maybe 2 eels a night. But you got to deal with if you're going after them, unfortunately. Sometimes you'll get lucky and have some Chinese sleepers and gibble and crucian carp join in, help liven it up. But it seems like this spot's not producing those. Hopefully we'll get some bites here soon. If we don't have any luck at this spot, I'll try and, well, I guess it'll be daytime, so the eel won't be biting anyways, but I'm trying other spots to go after some grass carp, I suppose. Anyone else fishing anywhere interesting on here tonight? Or anyone playing some Fishing Planet? That we're kind of cross-pollinating between the 2 games. Well, Hiko and Canadian Way have been getting some pretty good levels on there. They're both in the mid-20s now. This buy rate's just, okay, here you're getting something playing with line 2, I think. Wait for a good opportunity to set the hook. Bouncing up and down pretty fast here, but no clear sign of being ready to set yet, though. Go. All right, first catch tonight. Like we got a burbot. Not even a kilo. Oh well, still a burbot, still a fish. I'll take it. Which I have noticed the screenshot I got from the person that gave me the tip for this spot. They had a lot of burbot, but only like 1 or 2 of them were markers. So it seems like the burbot here are rather small. I don't know if upsizing, I'm using a size 1 hook. I don't know if going to like a 2-aught might help with that. But stick with 1 for now, given the bite rate's already pretty low. Something going after 1 here. Bite pattern of this is a little awkward. Still wasn't ready to catch. All right. Well, the burbot was a telescopic weekly. No surprise there. Not many people fishing for burbot on tellies. Some more pickles here. It's about time for another bait scoop as well. Wait. I already had a bite for a second there. Go. Good old Lady Gray. Got that little bit of citrus aftertaste to it. Just right. All right, getting some nibbles on line 1 again. Their bite patterns, love to play with it before they actually go for it. Looks like we got a bream, maybe? I'm looking at here. Yep, decent sized bream, 1.5 kilo, and a float fishing game. Always happy to see those, slowly making that climb towards 100%. Well, up too soon on that one. All right. And recast line 1 here to be a little bit closer. He was acting a little weird. Let me recast that one. Slow going out here. So I got a ground bait that might help with this. I think this had some blood worms or something in it. Might improve things a little bit. Slow going. But slow going. Hopefully we'll get to pick up a little bit here soon. No eel yet. I almost wonder if I use 2 pieces of fish. And unfortunately, I don't have any floats that could handle that. If I had a float strong enough for it, probably go that route. Hey, Katsura, how's it going? So you catching some decent sized bream over there. Not having much luck over here at my spot on Old Burg so far. I caught 1 burbot, 1 bream, waiting for those eel to come out and play. Yep, those stingy eel. I know Demeter was having some success at this spot earlier this week, but maybe I don't know if maybe it was better weather condition or what the deal is. This has been very, very slow for me. Got for a trophy bream. Good luck on that. Here we go. Yeah, looks like another burbot. Hey, that's actually a decent size burbot there. 2.6 kilo. Yeah, with the eel, like the other spot, this is my first time trying this spot. The other spot, I can usually get like 1 eel a night. Sometimes I'll get lucky and get 2. It's just like, it's one of those species that it's very much an RNG blessing to get in. Yeah, I know the Old Burg spot like a month or so ago was like extra active for eel. But even when it's not active, the one up here, I usually have luck even when it's not active getting one or 2 a night. But since Demeter had some luck here at this one a couple days ago, I thought I'd give it a try. Fortunately, it may have been a fluke when he was having the luck. Burbot's not too bad though. Might be one of the might get lucky and have one of the easy burbot cafe orders here that they sometimes post. Couple night crawlers. It's also possible that I have these cast out too far. I may need to be like actually in the algae. I know the other burbot or eel spot, I'm always in the algae. You got it on clip 15. Yeah, that is pretty far out. The one that Demeter sent me was caught at 8 clip. 15 would be, I feel like, almost halfway out there. I think it's safe to say though, if this spot was working earlier this week, it's not working now. But he'll continue to bite till about 9 o'clock, so if we don't get anything by then, I'll go ahead and pack these up and move to another spot, try to get some grass carp maybe. I don't know, I've caught 3 fish and I managed to get a float fishing gain, so can't complain there. Anytime I get a float gain at this point is a happy time. 5 nights and 3 eels total. Yes, it's those rare fish species. They are they're no joke when they say rare. There's just not a lot you can do, especially if they share bait in common with other fish. There's just not a really good way to target them and up the rate. Again, spoiled playing Fishing Planet, being able to fast forward through the time to different times during the day when I want to catch different species. And here we go. There was something on line 3 here. It's like a small common carp. Yep, 1.6 kilo. Have a random thing to find up here. It's a little too shallow. Yeah, the other spot like this, you get Chinese sleepers, crucian, tench, all sorts of stuff that want the same bait. Which, I mean, at least the good side there is if you're not catching eel, at least you're catching something. Some fish is better than no fish sometimes. Good baits there. I was a little disappointed in the game update earlier this week. I was hoping to see like another new fish model or something like that, but it was all kind of just minor quality of life things, mostly geared towards the Region C. Now, to anyone that hasn't seen him yet, Canadian Way has started a new YouTube series. He's got his first video posted up yesterday where he's created a new free-to-play account on RF4. He's doing sort of like a beginner let's play through the levels. So definitely show him some support and check those out and share them. Yep, added a light to the boat. I guess now you can see like which houses fish trophies are eligible for. Was pretty much it. I'm really hoping to see a little more out of it. Well, I guess they also, the weirdest thing to me, yeah, you mentioned the black ruff there. The other thing in the update is they mentioned Norwegian sea fish habitats and lure and bait preferences changed, which is took me by surprise because I assumed that Norwegian Sea was already using the system that all the freshwater maps use, where it's dynamic and automatically built in where fish will rotate their spots and preferences. But based on those patch notes, it sounds like the Norwegian Sea maybe doesn't do that, or at least didn't before this patch. Missed that one. Pike on Oberg. I've tried to go after pike here with my telescopic, and I've never had luck. The biggest pike I've caught on telescopic was here on Oberg when I was actually fishing for grass carp. But when I've gone to active pike spot, they just they're really hard to catch on telly because we can't use bait fish rigs. So when it comes to flow fishing, that's the main way you go after pike. So getting them is just kind of stroke of luck. Yeah, you got the 19 kilogram black ruff on a 55 depth. But I also saw someone got a gamer got a bluefin tuna down at the 80 meter hole at the bottom. So they've definitely changed the preference up. I'm just curious now if Norwegian Sea preferences like that require a manual change, or if they do actually have the dynamic change system now. Yeah, I pretty much stick to only tele on here. I used to do trolling and bottom fishing, and well, I mean, do telescopic trolling, but spin trolling and bottom fishing stuff like that. But I found that I tend to enjoy the play style of telescopic on here more. So I kind of just focus on it, and for other styles of fishing, I'll get my fix over on Fishing Planet. I'm still working on saving up for the best, what, yeah, I shouldn't say best, but for the trophy hunting telescopic rods, these are the second highest capacity telescopic rods on here. There's like the Falcon or the Blade Infernos that are the highest capacity. But I want to go for the Blade Masters that are lower capacity, but they have +3 to the rig skills. So they should have a higher chance at getting trophy fish. Got a poor Bickle yesterday on a bottom troll straight. Yeah, it seems like they, with the update, they really changed things up in the Norwegian Sea, which is neat to see, but I'm still just curious if it is something where they have to manually change those and it's only on patches that those preferences change, or if now the Norwegian Sea will adhere to the same dynamic rotating system that the rest of all the freshwater fish adhere to. Should be interesting to see all the trophy hunters on Norwegian Sea reporting their new locations and preferences. Well, I guess the other big change they did was now you can do, they reset the trip counters for taking gold or silver trips out to the Norwegian Sea. So if you've already done 3 trips out there and you aren't level 34 yet, you can do those trips 3 more times, which is kind of neat. Though my concern there is that if all the locations of the fish changed and everything, we're kind of like already established you're on the rental gear for those trips. Go to the 34 or the 40 meter holes. Now that things are rotated, I wonder if that's still the case, or if we need to like give people some time to figure out where the fish that you can handle on that rental gear are at. Changes the rain gear, so now you can see yellow bar. I don't think so it's like I know if it's raining, you get the like the comfort bar on the bottom goes down. Was there something else changed on that that I didn't pick up on? Worms. All right. This spot has been fairly unproductive, so about time for the eels to stop by anyway. So I'm going to move over to another spot, see if we can get some grass carp to salvage this. Okay, so fish indicator sleeves are black now instead of yellow. Okay, so like if you're fighting them and stuff like that, they're more visible. Interesting thing there. All right. Which spot should I try? Should I try the spot over here that I usually do, or go back over here to the between the islands? Both of those seem to like rotate between good options. Ooh, someone caught a 25, a little over 25 kilo East Siberian sturgeon on telescopic. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw they added some boat light, which is pretty neat. Don't have to rely on your little headlamp anymore. So does that boat light, is it like automatically turn on at nighttime, or do you manually control it? Yep. Not sure. Be cool if they were like directional lights or something. Yeah, I was really hoping to see that they might some more freshwater changes, like some new fish models or something. But definitely seems that their development priority right now is Norway, which from a business stance, I understand it's kind of the end game. It's where most of their revenue, I'm sure, right now is coming from as well. But hopefully we'll see some more freshwater advancements soon. So this is usually a pretty solid spot for me for grass carp. I'm going to switch everything to, let's go with 1/0 hooks and throw some cheap ones. Let's do potato and nightcrawler. Why not? I probably need to like, get rid of some of these hooks I don't use, so it's easier to spot the ones that I do use. And nightcrawler. And I'm going to use 1 meter depth here. Waiting for the yeah, I'm sure. Do they I know like for the holiday events they put a lot of that stuff on sale. I don't know if they do any other events. I know Fishing Planet, that's a big thing. Black Friday towards the end of Thanksgiving every year, they put the premium on sale half off, which is nice because you can get like an entire year of premium on there for like $30, which is pretty cool. But I know during the holiday time frame on RF4, they have like the event which puts stuff on sale, and I guess like I think they do like a free bonus happy hour or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. It's what I find, I've made this comparison on my recent streams with Fishing Planet. I feel like RF4 is more generous with the free-to-play aspect of it, whereas Fishing Planet rewards you more if you do pay. Like you get more bang for your buck on there, but at the same time, RF4 you can play more headache-free free-to-play than you can on, like, there are times if you're free-to-play on Fishing Planet where you'll definitely feel like, man, I want that premium so I can get the extra money and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Royal. Right, yeah, exactly. So like you can, my knowledge, the only thing in RF4 that is completely locked behind gold is roe bait, which isn't even a popular or good bait anyways. Whereas like with Fishing Planet, like you can pretty much get everything with in-game money that you can with gold, but you can get it at an earlier level with gold. And as far as like the Congo, yeah, I know when Congo came out, that was a big controversial point, but I guess like for me, I have fun on there. Like I have more fun like doing the fish retrievals and stuff like that. But just whatever that was. But yeah, on here like the roe bait is literally the only thing you can only get through gold. And I've never seen roe bait come up on like any records or anything, so it's apparently not a good bait anyways. We got bites on 1 and 2 here, waiting for a good sign to set the hook. Go. A perch. Bleh. Get out of here, perch. 1.3 kilo. That's not a small perch, at least. We probably got like a crucian or something playing with line 1. Yeah, the other thing I'm really looking forward to is they've got that ocean map coming out for Fishing Planet. It's got the multi-person boat. I'm really looking forward to it's kind of what inspired me to go back to, because I played it a couple years ago and I had some fun, but I eventually stopped playing, mostly because my gaming group I was playing that with moved on to other games. But since I saw the news of the upcoming ocean map and stuff on there, I figured I'd go back and give it another try. All right, got a little grass carp coming in here. Over 1,500 hours. Whew. I'm not quite there. I think I'm at not bad, 12 kilo grass carp there. I think I've got about like 150-ish hours on Fishing Planet. I'm like nearly level 44, almost level 45. Another perch. Bleh. What I like is that RF4 and Fishing Planet are so different from each other that it's kind of like it's an apples to oranges almost. Where someone says like, which one is better? It's kind of like, you can't really. Each one has its pros and cons. Where depending on which they're for, like I think in my mind the biggest difference is I think Fishing Planet is more respectful of your time, with the ability to skip time in game and stuff like that. I think you can play it more casually than you can RF4. Like we all know that RF4 it's a hard grind, and there's no really no shortcutting on it. Yeah, as far as the earlier comment about the Norwegian Sea like being overtuned on here, I completely agree. Like the difference in how much XP and money fish at the Norwegian Sea gives compared to every other option is insane. And in my mind, the way to fix that, and I think that would be great, especially for new players, I think they need to overhaul the cafe orders rewards. I think the amount of money they give should be a little bit better. And I also think that turning in a cafe order should award some XP that's kind of like relevant to Chinese sleeper coming in. It's kind of relevant to the level and difficulty of the order. So that way you can kind of like go out and try and target cafe orders more instead of like the current typical way of like it's most efficient to just farm bream till your eyes bleed. But it's a shame, like once you unlock the Norwegian Sea, if you ever want to get gear, and it's especially bad if you don't enjoy the Norwegian Sea. Like me, I don't particularly enjoy the way you fish on the Norwegian Sea. It's kind of like drop a line down, reel it straight up. It's not engaging enough for my taste. Problem is, if I'm not doing the Norwegian Sea, it's going to take so long to get any sort of gear advancement. But yeah, that is fair. There's a lot of repair costs and the boat travel costs and stuff like that. Definitely it's expensive in that sense. But still, just like on the Norwegian Sea trip, like the last trip I made, just using that rental gear, it just completely blew the XP and silver I could get anywhere else fishing out of the water. There's a little tiny common carp. What I'd love to see them do is release something around level 20 that's basically a clone of the Norwegian Sea, except without the boat. So you just have the harbor, and you can fish with your bottom rods and stuff from the harbor. I think that would be a neat addition for players to get an earlier taste of the sea and start building their marine skill and stuff like that up without having to get all the way to level 34 or taking those trips. Be a neat function. Also, hope that they at some point add the ability to do telescopic fishing from the sea, from the shoreline. No love for us telescopic purists there. So in other fishing game news, I still have never played it myself, but those of you that do play or like the Call of the Wild, the Angler, I saw they've got a new map released this week in Spain. I have the game, just never played it because I haven't. Everyone I've heard talk about it just kind of said it was, of all the fishing sim games, it's kind of the weakest. So I just never bothered to actually play it after I got it. Hey Demeter, how's it going? I tried your eel spot and I had no luck. I did get a couple burbot and a bream, but no eel. Missed that. If the other maps you could catch fish, I wouldn't have bought the sea mat. Here we go. Another carp on the line, I bet. Yep, another grass carp here. Smaller than the first one, probably 6, maybe 7 kilo. It's under 6 kilo. Yeah, well, I need to get out there when it's rainy or stormy. That's when the eel like to come out and play. Something I'm looking forward to in the near future. I'm just about high enough level to unlock Actuba on Fishing Planet. So I want to try some back-to-back streams comparing Actuba on there versus on here, since it's the only body of water that is shared between the two games. Yeah, Volkov, like, it's been dead for, at least trolling on Volkov has been dead for months. It's weird. Like, when I first started playing RF4 earlier this year, as soon as I unlocked Volkov, like, trolling was still great there. Get plenty of Atlantic salmon and Ladoga salmon. But last few months, like, no one can get anything trolling out there. There have been people having luck with, like, bream and burbot and stuff like that, bottom fishing. But I don't know what the deal is with Volkov trolling. It's just been utterly annihilated. I feel like the archipelago is in the same boat. Some little phantom bites here. I'm getting a little bit of a orange tension there. Another grass carp coming in. And almost 8 kilo. I'm still bummed that Yama ended up not being as telescopic friendly as I was hoping. There's basically like 3 spots on the map where you could effectively run multiple telescopic rods, and if those spots on, hey, there's a trophy sleeper out of nowhere. All right, I'll take it. There's like 3 spots you can juggle tele rods out there, and if those spots aren't active, nothing. Bro, like those Chinese sleepers just come out of nowhere. How's it going there, Brenna? Appreciate that, Roko. Got Lex coming into view here. He's got a vet appointment tomorrow. Get some checkup work done. So, Brandon, have you refound the halibut since the update? Time for another shovel action here. Man, I feel like since this patch, I'm getting even less premium bait from my shoveling and scooping than I used to. Usually because I'm at 100% bait harvesting, there's so many different rare premium baits you can get with the shovel that I'd usually get at least one of them every 2 or 3 scoops, but I've been going 6 or 7 scoops in a row without a single premium bait. Well, speak of the devil, I see Brandon just caught a halibut, so I guess Brandon did find the halibut again. Here, perch. Yeah, a little bit of a runner here on one. It gave up. No black carp yet. Usually I get one or 2 of those out here. That's right. You didn't choose the halibut life. The halibut life chose you. But hey, it's better that the halibut finds you than the cusk, right? All right, we got some nibbles on 2 and 3. Got that one hooked. That one hooked. Both of these in. Come on. Get up here, roach. And what we got on this line? A small perch. Got a coffee. Uh-oh. Time to hit the camp. Make some more. That's something I still need to get is the coffee maker thingamajig. However, it's pronounced on here. Oh, there's someone catching a bastard sturgeon on telly. A lot of people catching sturgeon on telly today. I wonder where they're fishing at. I assume there still hasn't been any update on the next map planned for RF4. Tickets just about over. Those boat tickets, man, they're rough. Archipelago and Norwegian Sea, it's like taking out a mortgage to go out on those boats. Go, got some nibbles on 1. And something on 3. Stick. That reflection from the sky over the line 3 float, kind of hard to see what it's doing. It was on 2 now. Woohoo, 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 okay. We'll play the back and forth game. All right, looks like we've got a nice chunky black carp pump coming in here. Be careful not to get them hung up on that rock. On here, big boy. You son of... Oh, you kidding me? I got robbed, people. You saw it. Oh my gosh. Absolutely robbed right there. Alright, do I have some more cheap one-odd hooks here? I guess I'll have to go with an expensive one. That was such a robber right there. Fish was on the ground and he's like, nope, nope, I'm out. I have to make sure to clip that one. Yeah, set a marker here. Looks like it was probably a good at least 15 kilo black carp as well. Pulled the net out and he's like, nah, I'm gonna roll out of here. See you. I have to remember to go buy another cheap one-knot hook when I get back to town. some moderator caught a 8-kilo Ladoga sturgeon on ultralight tackle. Interesting. Especially interesting because I didn't see a telescopic record come up from that. So apparently they caught it with spinning ultralight. Curious. And a poor beagle on the bottom. Good luck on the fight. I was only 15 kilo. Just imagine going out to like a 250-meter drop and getting a cusk on the bottom. Take like 2 hours to bring in for nothing. A blue whiting in 215. Ugh. There's something slowly nibbling on line 2 here, but not committing. There's a problem with telescopic fishing on here. I'm often tempted to turn the reflection settings to low quality because, and these reflections can really make it hard to see what those floats are doing. Looks nice, but sometimes form over function is not the best way to go about it. Yeah, that black carp snapping the line there, that's one of the worst parts on telefishing on here is that if they get away just for a second, there's just no recovery. It's just going to be an instant line snap at that point. You're going to definitely see that if you're trolling with telescopic and your line hits a snag, it's just immediately breaks it. Give me an opportunity to set the hook here. Come on. Take that hook. You can do it. Someone's catching some terran and even a Black Sea cutum out there at Seversky Donetsk River from the looks of it. Haven't had any luck at any cutum yet. Tried. No success. The grass carp here. Ultralight 118 catfish. I didn't see it, but see on that one, makes sense because like it's not an easy fight, but they have those ultralight rods where that you can use with a low profile casting reel, and that allows you to catch some rather big stuff with ultralight. They're long fights, but they're at least realistic. What's crazy is when you see like what I've seen 25 kilo fish caught on the ultralight telescopic, which is only a 5.6 kilo capacity. Those are the crazy ones. But the thing that's confusing me about that Ladoga sturgeon I saw in ultralight, I'm not aware of sturgeon ever going after anything you can use on an ultralight spinning reel. So I'm not really sure what they, I mean, I guess they could have caught it on like an ultralight, is there an ultralight match rod? I guess that could have been the case. I know there's no ultralight bottom rods. It's this one here. Ultralight with baits. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, like, if they're using it with bait, then there must be like an ultralight match rod or picker rod or something like that they're able to use. I didn't know those. Still can't believe that dang black carp got away after we brought him on shore. Little jerk. Got some 10th line one here. Waiting for an opportunity to set the hook. Hmm. Playing with the bait there. Probably a grass carp, as long as it's taken to take it. Hey, Gustav, how's it going? Oh, you've been playing a lot of, look like Stardew Valley. You've been streaming that as well, or just playing it for some fun? Oh. Yep, little grass carp there. You can always tell they take so long to take that hook. Yeah, 4.7 kilo, not a great one. Yeah, Stardew, it's a great great game to relax on for sure. I know there's a lot of streamers that do seem to have some success with Stardew. It's certainly something you could try. Whew, that's a lot of hours there. Yeah, I used to haven't played lately, but I know there's like a new update coming out for Stardew soon. The 1.6 updates. It's going to be adding a bunch of pretty cool looking stuff. I'll have to check some of those out when it drops. I got a kick out of there. We used to play with a friend of mine on the multiplayer, and I married Haley in game, and she's just like such a mean character. You know, it's hilarious because every time he'd come up and try to talk to her on the farm, she would just be like insulting him and stuff. Got a kick out of that. All right. There was something nibbling on line 3. Now we got nibbles on line 1. Reeling in some Cusk on Stardew, I can see that. Here we go. There looks like a little tiny grass carp here. Yeah, not even 3 kilo. Minnow of a grass carp. Yeah, I've been alternating my streams between RF4 and Fishing Planet, getting some good mix of things, having some fun with each of them. Going the full trash can searching Linus. We got another common roach, it looks like. Not bad, not bad. Got your bin cap to prove it? All right. Appreciate the subscription there, Gustav. Very much appreciated. Which is access to some of our fun little emotes here. We've got our comrade cat emotes. A favorite here, the old rest in peace emote whenever I miss a fish. What we got here? Looks like another perch. Yeah. No trophy perch caught. You know, we got that trophy Chinese sleeper here, but like no other sleepers at this spot. Just one random boss sleeper rolling around. That's all good, man. I know we seem to have some alternating stream times. A lot of times when you're streaming, I'm off doing something else. Hopefully I can catch some more of yours in the near future. Definitely appreciate the support there. Yeah, so any of my viewers, definitely check out Gustav's streams. He does some various streams. RF4 is actually how I first encountered his streams as well, so give him some support as well. Always try and shout out fellow RF4 content creators. Are you going to try out Concerned Ape's new game coming out in the near future, the Haunted Chocolatier? It's a shame it's not multiplayer, but it looks like it'll probably be pretty interesting. Considering how great he made Stardew Valley, I have faith that he can make another good game, so I'll definitely be checking that one out when it releases. Kind of reminds me conceptually of a game called Reciteer that used to play a lot. Got an ad break coming up here. This is just for getting rid of pre-roll ads, so subscribers, no ads for you guys. Appreciate the support as always. Girlfriend got you in the Stardew? Yeah, I remember. So for me, like, I was following the Stardew development way back there because I was a huge Harvest Moon fan, and now I guess the Story of Seasons, but remember when that game was in early development, I was watching it like a hawk. I was so happy when it finally came out. Let's see, I saw, what was that question from Royal? Haunted Chocolatier is another game being developed by the Concerned Ape that made Stardew Valley. And it's a single player game where the theme is like you're in kind of like a magical town, and you've inherited or run a chocolate shop of like rare magical chocolates. And so the gameplay loop is like you go out and fight stuff and hunt stuff to get rare special ingredients for the chocolates, and then you come back and sell those chocolates. It's got this like I assume a lot of the mechanics from Stardew Valley as far as like relationships with the villagers and stuff like that as well. Got a little bit of action on line 3 there, but and they dropped off of it. Sun's about to set, so we're going to get the less of the fish we're after here. It is time for another little bait scooping. Hey, there we got something good. Got a rhino beetle larva. I hear you there, Roy. You know, that is a big problem with games nowadays, is like a lot of games are being built around that like endless gameplay loop where you're encouraged to put just insane amounts of time into the game, which is great from the aspect of you really get bang for your buck when you pay for it, but I kind of miss which I've been going back and playing a lot of old retro games lately for this reason. I kind of miss being able to just sit down with a game, playing through it, and some old games 2 hours, but even like old RPGs like 20 hours, and then being done and be able to move on to another game. I kind of miss games having that kind of focus to them. Lewis the bum, gotta find his underpants. Yeah, 1999, like that PS1 era, it was perfect. Which actually, PS1 era in particular, one of my favorite PS1 era RPGs was Star Ocean: The Second Story, and they had a remake of that just came out last week. Been playing through that. It's definitely like they've made it a lot easier than the original, but still enjoying the heck out of that. Yeah, that era was fantastic for gaming. Lewis and Linus, the Double L crew. Yeah, even like the first Harvest Moon. I remember when it was coming out for Super Nintendo, they had all the advertisements and previews of it for back in Nintendo Power, and it took them like 2 or 3 years from when they first started teasing it for it to finally come out. I was so excited for that game, and man, it was worth it. Even it was kind of it set up that genre that now Stardew Valley dominates. But I loved that game so much when it released. Yeah, Ultima Online. I still occasionally get the hankering to go back to official servers on Ultima Online, but man, like it's so far advanced on there now that with the pricing and the economy on there, because everybody that's on there is still their accounts from the OG days. The last time I played on official servers of Ultima Online was probably 2020. And like I had to go buy gold because I'm like, I can't afford anything the players are selling. But I still have my old account on there as well from which I didn't play it from the get-go. I started playing it around when the Samurai Empires expansion came out. But occasionally I'll run some a private server of UO, get my fix in on that. Yeah, it's which I'm surprised there hasn't been another game like UO with that kind of like just really sandbox feel where even being a non-combatant, you could have a lot of fun in the game. A tease of a bite there. This feels like it's probably a small Chinese sleeper online. Miss whatever that was. Dragon line 1 there. Missed that one as well. Yeah, it was also the other hard thing for me to go back to with Ultima Online is that I had a really, really good 18 by 18 house like right outside of Luna. And they eventually, I had that even through when they had stopped having the IDOC system, so I didn't have to worry about it. But they eventually reintroduced the IDOC system, so I'm like, oh man, if I log on, I know that house and all the now unobtainable goodies on there are going to be gone. I'm just not ready to face that. Did you ever play any of the Siege Perilous or Mugen stuff? Freaking, I had the most trolly character on Siege Perilous because it's the always on PvP, so everybody on that server had stealth. So anyone that like anytime you're in Luna or something like that, everybody's always stealthing. So I made a character that my entire focus I had ninjutsu, so I could have the faster stealth movement. But then I just trained up tracking and detect hidden. And I would just find when there were multiple people hidden near each other, I'd reveal them. And they don't. Here comes a little black harp. Not the big guy that escaped us earlier, which I'm definitely going to make a highlight clip of, but yeah, hey, another float fishing game. I'll take that. But I would reveal the characters that were stealth near each other. They'd get into a battle, and then I would just pick up the looting, whatever. When they'd kill each other, I'd loot the goods, or I would follow someone around and just keep dropping books next to them while I was stealth to spook them. But then I eventually got into like the faction stuff on Siege Perilous. I would, because I had the tracking and everything, I was a valuable asset to have to find people trying to sneak into our faction headquarters to steal the siege stones and stuff. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, and Initiative was interesting because like they made stealthing to where you could have like the animal forms that could like go run speed while stealthing. Pretty neat. I also remember during one of the big events that was running the game, and when they first started bringing about the teasing the Armageddon spell and stuff like that, I actually stealthed up on the event moderator's character and managed to steal a book of Armageddon from him. It was pretty cool. Oh yeah, good old faster cast recovery. Gotta have those. Yeah, it was Ultima Online. There's been nothing like it since. That's for sure. Is it as popular as it was once EverQuest came out? All the MMOs kind of just attached themselves to the EverQuest style of gameplay rather than UO. And of course, you've also got Ragnarok Online, which that was a moment in time of its own. Talk about the alternatives to Ultima Online. There's the closest thing would probably be. I can't even think, like, there's just really nothing like it. There's like individual systems you can find pop up in other games that are similar, but as like a whole, there's just nothing that delivers the whole package. Legends of Aria, I don't think I've heard of that one. You have like Tibia, for example. Tibia has like the aesthetic and the combat, a lot of those features, but it doesn't offer like the non-combat aspects of UO. I still love the old Ultima games as well. Legends of Aria was a custom server, different game. Gotcha. Makes sense. Well, I haven't heard of it then. Yeah, like Ultima 7 and its expansion Serpent Isle. Man, those are still a blast to play. It's a shame Richard Garriott's other MMO attempts, he kind of like abandoned and they just never really took off. There was Tabula Rasa, which conceptually was pretty neat. I remember playing it in the beta, but it died like months after release. And then you've got Shroud of the Avatar, which is, I guess, technically still being developed, but man, that is a clunky mess. It was the closest thing to try to recreate Ultima Online, but just it didn't pan out. Nightcrawler's there. I mean, I really feel like the patch stealthily nerfed shovel and scoop rates because, as I was mentioning earlier, like I used to at being 100%, having all the different rare shovel options, I'd usually get at least one of them every 2 or 3 scoops, but it's like 1 in 10 scoops I get a single one now. Three digs per energy bar. Man, I wish I could get that. Oh. I also wish they would add the. They need to make it in the Norwegian Sea if you scoop or shovel out there, you should be able to get those special marine baits you can get from the shop there. Would be nice. But yeah, like, feel like other than the fact that you do get some of those baits for sturgeon fishing, like the ratio for getting the scooped bait is just miserable. But I suppose they at least have to have something to entice people to pay for regularly, so there's that. Yeah, one thing I would love to see them do with bait harvesting is add small fish traps and crab traps where you can set them out and be able to get like bait fish and in the Norwegian Sea like small crabs or something, so that you can get those different meats and bait fish options without having to actually fish them up and use them. Yeah, it'd be something would be nice for it. It's kind of like a catch-22 because like the fact that there is a crafting and gathering system in RF4, it makes it unique and stand out against all the other fishing sims. But at the same time, it's not particularly like you're not going to really get enough to sustain yourself. And old John in game here, some algae. He's needing some. Go to messages. Here we go. Algae. Send him 75 pieces of algae. And that moon is really taking up the reflection there. What do we got? Another perch. Come on now. Yep, with the bait scoop, if you have high enough bait harvesting skill, you can get algae. That's amore. And algae, I will say algae is one of the baits that you can actually get a reasonable amount of, but the others, like, you can get them here and there, but not enough to really sustain a fishing trip. I wish they scaled the amount you get based on your bait harvesting skill level. Like, if you compare it to, like, worm and red worm, you get a ton of those. I can look here, I've got worm, I've got over 14,000 of those. Bloodworm, I got over 4,000. But everything else is like, oh, you might get one or two. Yeah, the scoop is the one that you use to get algae. One of these buttons is the right one here. There it is, yeah. We'll scoop some up here. Bam, algae. They've reduced, yeah, like, it absolutely seems like they've reduced the quantity, because I am getting hardly any. So I think they stealthily nerfed it. Which is a shame, because, like, it wasn't even that good to begin with. It's like, okay, you spend an hour scooping every time you can, you'll get, like, maybe 3 to 5 of a few of the baits, which is all right, but I mean, it's not nothing to write home about. Now it seems like you might get one of each, if that. Got some action on line 3 here. So another game, if you like Stardew Valley, I don't know if you're into like Minecraft and voxel style games at all, but years ago there was a total overhaul mod for Minecraft called Terraformacraft, and the developers of that, we got some big on the line here. Let me book. We lost him. Dang. But the developers of that mod made their own game called Vintage Story, which it's actually a lot of fun. It goes into like the non-combat stuff on that is super, super in-depth. Yep, such is telelife. I probably, if I'd realized that was going to be, at first that wasn't acting like a very big fish. Otherwise I would have started the back and forth a little quicker. But I'm going to head back and replace my lost hooks and probably cash these fish in. At least that one, I lost him out in the water. Not as big a deal. The earlier I caught one, I'm going to put a clip up of it. It was a big old black carp that I had on the shoreline. Ended up rolling back into the water when I was going up to catch it and snap the line. Jerk. First we'll check and see if I'm going to grab those 2 hooks and we'll check the cafe, see if we got anything to turn in. Oh, we got some stuff on sale right now, apparently. These new? No. This is... I recognize these. Interesting. So, I guess check your shops right now if some stuff seems to be on sale. Didn't see that mentioned anywhere, but good to know. I don't know, is this different between different shops and maps, or is this like everything that's on sale right now? No, it's not the HSV, it's just the SOC, okay. Alright, where's my happy hooks at? Here we go. Replace those 2 that I lost. Yoink. And did it take the float as well? Nope, okay. Alright, cafe, what you got for me here? I think we got oh, actually we did get enough perch for that one. Okay, I'll take it. Anything else? Common roach? No, we didn't get that many. Definitely didn't get a carp that big. Oh, that was it. Alright. Now we do our usual guess how much we've got in the keep net. I'm going to say we've got the trophy sleeper there. A couple of decent ones. I'm going to say we got about probably 89 silver in here. Same items on sale at every map? Okay. Interesting, weird random setup we've got that they've got on sale there. Got 129 from Brenna, 198 from Gustav. Let's see what our total came out to be. 225 from Katsura. 133, so it looks like Brenna was the closest, only a few silver off. Very nice, very nice. What were our, obviously the sleeper there, the big carp. Man, this 5 kilo black carp is teasing me. I'm certain that one that we lost at the shore was probably like a 16, 17 kilo black carp. Not too bad, not too bad. But we'll go ahead and wrap things up there for the night. Not about how we didn't get any eel, which I was hoping for, but we got a trophy sleeper. Almost had a big old black carp. I don't know, that one that we lost there towards the end was probably a grass carp, I imagine. That's as Gustav said, that is the telly life. Sometimes you're just gonna lose your hooks. I hope everyone has a good night or a good day, depending on your time zone. Some good fishing. Tomorrow night will be Fishing Planet, and we'll be back to RF4 on Monday. And anyone that is interested in playing with us on Fishing Planet, we've got the club on there. So if you hit level 5, you can send a request on there to join that. It's basically like a guild. We do some fishing together. It helps boost everybody's XP game. So free to join that. But I appreciate everyone watching, and I will catch everyone next time. Take it easy, folks.